Alafia. I'm Philip John Neimark, the founder of the Icofa Foundation International. I'd like to welcome you to our Icofa for the month. After all, there are only 12 in each year, and we've segued past the halfway point into August now. And outside of the fact that that's sneaking up on the peak time of the year for hurricanes where I live, we'll see if we can't make it out and do everything quite properly. The Icofa, for those of you who are not aware, is a very interesting kind of a reading, because it's a reading where we pay forward. All right, I don't know how many of you saw the movie, but people would pay it forward. They would pay, what they thought were their debts or things which would help other people without getting anything in return, and it's multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. Well, it's in this reading that we do that in one sense in our relationship with Orunmila. We ask Orunmila each month what he would like for the month, his Ibo, what we should offer him. And in offering him from 1 to 10 or 15 things, depends, we stack up the ammunition as we're ready for the events of the month. It's a little bit of a different shift on our other divinations, but it works quite adequately. This is very interesting kind of a month for us, because it shows Iwari Arete as Orumila's sign. And Iwari is a sign about introspection, about greater thinking, about greater understanding of each and every event that occurs. Some may look good, and they may turn out to be not so good. Some may look, bad, and you lift it up a little bit, or you think about it a little bit, and wow, it looks good. So it's a matter of being sure of the tack that we take. And emotionally and spiritually, it is a sign of doing our equal work. If we are initiated. If we're not initiated, it's a matter, of going with the pressures that we normally feel. And these are pressures, by the way, they're not in any way extraordinary pressures. They're the everyday pressures which we face and which we deal with. And if we do it successfully, everything goes quite well. So for those of you who are fortunate enough to have received your Icofa, you can take it down and get ready for the information that I'm going to provide. And for those of you who have yet to receive your Icofa, which is a single hand of Orunmila, a hand which must contain a minimum of 16, preferably 19 to 21 Ikim, that's the real, Icofa or Icofa, the same for men and women, same for transgenders, the same for everybody. That's your first real connection to Orunmila. At any rate, the energy comes on path for the month. That part is very good. And it comes on path with Obi Oyaku, which is a sign of great opportunities on the temporal, everyday side, and working very closely with our ancestors on the emotional, spiritual side. So it's a very simple Onu. When asked what Orunmila wanted, it was a single item. I said to you, by the way, it could be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or heavens knows how many items. And the reason for that is because there will be different kinds of ammunition or bows necessary during a month's period of time. when we divine is for a single, time. Our weekly Ecoscope addresses that, and it's a single, you know, 99% of the time offering. And here, it's whatever it takes. But the smaller the number, the less likely we are to have a difficult time. The more likely we are to have a very enjoyable, as long as we do our work, uh, time for it. So we want to take, again, if we have our Icofa down, or if we have our Orunmila, we have two hands, we take it down, we remove the tops, we take the shea butter, and we take 16 at a time of the key, and we do this with them all the time, praying for that we want for the coming month. We do that until the key are exhausted. Not exhausted from work, but until there are no more left. And that's going to end up probably with 3 or 4 or 5 key. Don't worry about it. Do the same thing. Put it all back in the container. Light 2 white tea candles, 1 on each side of your Icofa. And if you don't have an Icofa, then put your offering in a small container and still light the 2 tea candles. And when you're done, pray to Orunmila for success, for joy, for health, for all the blessings of the coming month, because that's what we have in store. Until next month, love and blessings.